Howdy, everybody. Okay, we are back. This is horizontal stabilizer video number 11. And what I'm doing here, I had already completed the left part of the horizontal stabilizer. There's my daughter asking me if she can do something, and I think I said no, and she'll be out in a little bit to ask again. And she wore me down, and I think I said yes. So um, there she is. She's getting me more information, and then I think I said yes. So the horizontal stabilizer is, it's kind of the same on both sides. So I'm showing you the right bottom, putting it together, and the left bottom, left top, and right top are exactly the same. On the top, there's a couple of rivets you don't put in, but it's basically identical. So I don't have those. I have them recorded. If you guys really want to see them, I can put them out there. You can watch hours and hours of me riveting the skins on, but I figured I would just show one because they all kind of go in the same order. So once you've riveted um, the spar assembly to the nose ribs and you have it kind of in there, all you do is you work from the front spar towards the rear spar. And so there's kind of an inside shot of um, doing the rivets from the inside. And so basically you just work your way kind of up the ribs. See, I'm put some light in there so you can see what's going on. And I guess LEDs don't do too well with video, so live and learn. But you start from the spar, you work your way up the whole skin to the rear spar. So you just see me kind of filling in between the clecos, and then I'll remove the clecos. I go up about halfway because you're supposed to stop at that in the what they call that thing, the stringer. So you stop at the stringer, and then you do the stringer, and then you continue on and do the rest of the ribs to the end where the rear spar is going to be. Obviously, both ends you can hit with your squeezer. You don't have to buck those. Makes it kind of nice. I did have to drill out a couple of rivets. I think this is one of the ones I had to drill out. Yeah, see, I had to drill that one out. And there's another one that I had to drill out. It happens. You mess up and you try to fix it and do the best you can do. Then you pop it out, drill it out, and then try to put it back in. So I do have a joke while I'm fixing that rivet. So you guys ready? And I thought it was hilarious. My wife rolled her eyes, but I thought it was hilarious. So what generation does Forrest Gump belong to? Jenny. I thought that one was pretty good. Jenny. I crack myself up sometimes. So getting back to the horizontal stabilizer here. So that's working across the stringer. It has a different size rivet. I think it's got the 4. I want to say it's the 3-4 rivet, and the rest of the skin has the 3-3.5. There, I had to drill out another rivet right there. See, drilling it out. I think I show it to you here in a little bit. I slowed the video down so you can kind of see it. I happened to get it perfectly in the center. It was kind of nice. Yeah, here's me almost dropping it, and then trying to get that little itty bitty thing in my big fat fingers. It's like, oh, well, maybe I'll use the other one. So, yep, dead center. So sometimes you could get pretty good at that stuff. So it's pretty nice. And then you just basically keep working your way up the skin. So you buck all those. I have noticed that I am better with the rivet gun in my right hand and the bucking bar in my left hand. When it's the opposite, it's a little bit harder and I'm not as coordinated. So some of the the rivets that are, have a little smiley face or whatever. That's when I was holding the gun with my left hand, and the bucking bar with my right hand. But you have to do that sometimes because those Inspar ribs, the ribs themselves have that little lip on them, and so you have to go in a certain way. You can't really change the way you're doing it. So you're stuck doing it with your left hand or your right hand, depending upon what side you're on. But I did notice that my right hand is much better with the rivet gun. And then you just keep working your way towards the end of the horizontal stabilizer. In the next video, you'll see me actually attach the rear spar. I don't have all the parts yet for it, but I do attach it because the part that I don't have is right in the middle, and you bolt it on, and so I have access to bolt it from the other side in the middle there where there isn't a skin. So I do actually attach that rear spar in the next video. And there we are, getting close to the end. So I have all of the in-spar ribs done, and so now I'm just doing the edges with the squeezer. Squeezer makes it nice. It's pretty nice and consistent. That's why I like it. And then I scoot it out so you can kind of see the end there where I'm working. I squeeze those on. Take the goes out. Squeeze in the last three. Boom, boom. There you go. And we're done. And then I switch over and do the other side.
Horizontal stabilizer skins are done. And they look pretty good. I mean, for me not being an airplane builder, I think I did pretty good. There's a couple of, smiley face, rivets. I don't know if you can see that guy. He's kind of a, I don't know, can you see it when you go this way? I mean, it's slight. It's very minor, but it's there. I can tell because I built it. There's one down here. I don't know if you can see that with that guy too. You can kind of see him around that hole there. Some minor stuff, but all in all, pretty doggone awesome. Let's see if I can get just like straight to show you how straight that sucker is. I mean, let's see, can we? I mean, it's pretty awesome. If I do say so myself, backside turned out pretty well. Couple of things, I do have a couple of little smiley faces here and there. They're tiny, very tiny, but they're in there. They're all the right size. I had to drill out a few of them. What I did notice though with my gun, let me show you what I did there. If you take some tape and put on the end, it actually doesn't mar up the, let me see if I can find one that, I don't know if you can see, this guy's kind of, it's marred up right there. I'm not sure if you could see that very well. But when you put tape on them, it does get a little bit of gook. Let me see if I can find a gooky one. There's a gooky one. I don't know if you could see that guy right here. But he's got some gook on him, and he doesn't look pretty. But after I clean him off, those guys, see all the gook on them? That's just the tape. So after I take the acetone, it'll get rid of that. Let me show you what that looks like. Give me a second. I'll clean it off with some acetone and let you see it. Now let me show you. So those that all had gook on them, they are now cleaned off and they look pretty good. So not too bad. A couple of little scrapes that the Scotch-Brite will get out, but that's not a big deal. all in all, pretty doggone awesome if you ask me. So, big job done. I'm still waiting on parts from Vans. Still got a month and a little bit for those parts. So I can't finish the horizontal stabilizer, which kind of upsets me, but hey, you know, you do what you can do, and I have elevators that I'm working on. So we'll get those done. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I kept stepping away to get rivets to put in the wing. And the reason why is because I had set my little basket with my AN 426 3-3.5 rivets on the floor over there. And then without paying attention, I proceeded to kick them over. And I don't know if you know what like kicking a jar full of marbles looks like, but that's pretty much what happened on the whole floor with rivets. So 30 or 40 minutes of picking up rivets to put them back in the thing. From now on, I don't set the rivets down on the floor near where I'm working. I'll take 2 steps from where I was working and get them out of the thing, either have them on a chair or I have them on my work table there. So that's a helpful hint, I should say. So if you're clumsy like me, set those things somewhere where they're safe, and you won't have to pick them all up. And I'm not gonna say that I did it twice, but sometimes people are dense and they don't learn from their mistakes, and they have to make them twice. And then they really learn, and that's why they put stuff on tables. So, but I'm not saying I did that. Okay, I did want to show you, because I said the Scotch-Brite pad would take those little scrapes out. So on the other wing, I was testing that theory. So here is, there was scrapes like this guy. I don't know if you can see those little itty bitty scrapes. They're from the dimple part of the when I was putting dimples in the wing. And so all of these holes kind of had this little mark around them. I don't know if you could see them over here. They're just little, like the dimple thing kind of just left just a mark on the aluminum. But then I was like, well, what will the Scotch-Brite pad do? And it does a pretty doggone good job. All of those holes are cleaned up nice and pretty. They look and feel real smooth. So I did a little bit over here on these nose ones. I mean, I thought they were pretty bad, but they turned out after Scotch-Brite a little bit, they look beautiful. So, and then I did a couple more over there. So they look pretty good. With some paint on there, you will never even, you might not even know there's rivets in there.